In 1996, Guatemala ended a 36-year civil war. During the long conflict, the infrastructure in most rural areas of the country was destroyed, especially in the remote area of Ixcan. NRECA International had long been working in Guatemala and saw firsthand the devastation to the power supply. Once the war ended, NRECA started helping the process of rebuilding and improving the electric distribution systems across the country. In 2008, the NRECA International Foundation, in partnership with the Georgia Cooperatives, sent the first crews of linemen to help in the region of Ixcan. The first project involved connecting 2 isolated villages to the national grid to bring electricity to the local population. 1 year later, many great changes have been made. Now that the people have reliable and affordable electricity, they have been improving their lives dramatically.
It is a great honor and satisfaction to have worked with the volunteers that have come and continue coming from the U.S. They come and share with us their knowledge so that we can become better linemen. This helps us in our job and helps us serve our community better. We ask God to bless the volunteers, and we ask God to bless America. It is a country that has helped a lot around the world. It is a democratic country that has helped bring democracy to other countries so that people may have a better life.
For many years after the end of the war, we had been asking for electricity. We knew it was important for us to have power. When NRECA was first established, there was a committee, which I was part of, that was fighting for electricity. Finally, we were successful and had lights for at least a few hours a day. With the help now of the Georgia volunteers, we now have power all the time, and we can continue to improve our lives.
The people in Ixcan have always wanted a better life for themselves and their families. After the war, the local municipality established the Municipal Company for Rural Electrification, known in Spanish as NRECA, to help bring electricity to the area. Since it was established, NRECA began providing electric service in several villages. However, they lacked the resources to fully electrify all villages in its service territory, and many people only had a few hours of power a day. NRECA needed help to continue bringing power to all its residents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. NRECA International Foundation and the Georgia Cooperatives answered the call.
You come down here and experience turning lights on to these people for the very first time, and it's something that I've never experienced before. The biggest thing to me was, running the wires, setting the poles, that was all good stuff, but to me at the ceremony when we actually turned the lights on for the first time for these people, I'd never been able to flip a light switch. I guess that's your footprint. That's what you get to leave here on Earth when you go.
Now that we're providing better service that is reliable and affordable, people can have a more stable income that allows them to improve their businesses. They can also be more productive at home and at work now that they have the service 24 hours a day.
Having electricity has been good for us. In my home, we used candles for light, but it was harder to see. They were also more expensive. We used 2 candles a day and spent about 60 quetzals a month. Now I only pay 24 quetzals a month for power, about 2/3 less. I am saving a lot of money, and I also have a lot more benefits.
We used to work without electricity, and it was hard because everything took a lot more time. It was more expensive because we had to use diesel fuel for the generators to get the work done. Diesel is expensive, and we could only run the generators for a few hours. Now we don't have to worry about fuel costs since NRECA is providing reliable power that is cheaper.
Another vast improvement during the past year after the installation of streetlights has been the reduction in crime. People know they are safer.
Now that we have streetlights, it is not dark at night anymore, and it makes it safer for us to go outside. Crime will always be a part of life, but since we have streetlights, there have been fewer crimes. People are less willing to commit crimes if they know that anyone could see them from a house or a business and report them to the police. We are much safer.
One of the benefits that electricity has brought us is that it has helped lower crime in areas where there are public lights. The people feel safer where they live because now there is light at night and the police are there when they need us. Crime was very bad before, but now it has gone down a lot, and the communities and the region have been able to improve and prosper.
Now that the people in Ixcan do not have to worry as much about safety on the streets, they can now concentrate on improving their family's security and well-being. Health and education are big concerns for parents that want to provide a better future for their children.
Electricity is vital for us. We are now able to provide health care 24 hours a day to the people of Ixcan and surrounding areas. We have been able to lower the rate of infant mortality. Before, we only could do surgeries when we had power. If we had an emergency, we could not help the mother and baby because we couldn't operate. Now we are able to perform C-sections at night and deliver babies that might be in distress, saving the mother's and baby's life. We are also able to do sonograms and x-rays and run other tests. If we did not have reliable electricity, we would not be able to do our work and be successful at reducing mother and infant mortality rates and helping improve the health of the population in general.
I think the presence of the Georgia Volunteers has helped raise the quality of service NRECA is able to provide. Without the support of the volunteers, we would not have been able to bring electricity to these villages. With the support of the U.S. volunteers, the community has more confidence in NRECA. Not only that, but now NRECA is able to do so much more for the people of Ixcan.
Working down here is definitely a different experience, something I hadn't done before, like carrying the poles on your shoulder and going up carrying all the material by hand. And I learned a good bit about how they used to do it in the old days. It's definitely a different feeling, something pretty amazing, just having the opportunity to bring power to people that's never had that luxury.
I think this experience has changed me. I believe I've grown from it. There's so much out there that you just don't realize. You think you have it all figured out and you come down here and it's almost like taking a step back in time. It's very eye-opening, it's very rewarding, and I definitely think I've grown from this experience. We have so much knowledge that these people don't have, so much we have to offer. So to open your heart and open your mind to come down here and share it with the people of Guatemala it's a must-do. You have to do it.
The reason I wanted to go to Guatemala was the excitement of seeing people the first time they got electricity. The children don't have a lot of opportunities as far as the way they learn and the things they get to see. So us bringing electricity to their village is going to give them the opportunity to have computers in the schools and internet access to extend their learning way beyond what they have the capacity to do now. And knowing that gives me the greatest feeling of accomplishment.
Now that we have electricity, our children can make more progress in their studies. They can continue on to higher grades and use computers to improve. They didn't have that chance before. Their future will definitely be better now that we have electricity 24 hours a day.
I come to this internet cafe all the time and do the research I need to complete my homework for school. I've been able to do a lot of the research and learn more, such as biology, chemistry, mathematics, and English. The internet has helped me do better in school. I will be graduating from high school this year with a major in computer science. Next year, I will start attending the university, and I know that the internet will help me continue to learn and improve. Now that I also have power at home, I can watch television and relax after a day of studying. I like to watch horror movies. One of my favorites is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
If we work hard and study, then we will prosper. Electricity will help us do well because then we can study at night and do our homework.
With the help of the NRECA International Foundation and the Georgia Co-op volunteers, NRECA is now one of Guatemala's best utilities in providing service to their customers. 318 families have benefited directly from the help of NRECA, but there are still 25,000 people left without electricity. Together, we can continue providing the people of Ixcan the power to reach their dreams.
On behalf of the directors of NRECA and Ixcan, we want to thank the cooperative members of NRECA and NRECA International for sending us equipment such as the computers, meters, and trucks. Thank you for all the support you have given us.
Ixcan is a beautiful place. The people of Ixcan are wonderful and have huge hearts. We will always be waiting for you with open arms.
We all want to thank the U.S. volunteers. Congratulations on the work you are doing here, and we hope you continue to help us. We are so happy to have electricity. Electricity gives us hope that we can continue to prosper and fulfill our dreams.